Imagine waking up to find your peaceful family lake turned into a HOA playground, complete with nosy neighbors dipping their toes in your private water like it's a community kiddie pool. That's the nightmare that hit Jake Harlan, a quiet guy who'd inherited his grandpa's cozy suburban pond in Willow Creek Estates, a so-called idyllic neighborhood where the air smelled of fresh-cut lawns and simmering resentment. But when the HOA decided his water was their shared amenity, Jake didn't yell, he just watched, coffee in hand, as the absurdity unfolded like a bad sitcom script. It started innocently enough, or so they claimed. Jake's pond wasn't some massive reservoir. It was a modest, man-made gym his grandpa dug in the 50s, complete with a manual sluice gate that controlled the water level like an old-fashioned thermostat. The family deed was ironclad: pond, bed, and high-water mark all Harlan property, stamped and sealed for generations. Jake kept it pristine, drawing down in winter to catch rain, topping up in summer for the ducks and his solo fishing spots. Then came the HOA newsletter, glossy as a real estate ad, announcing pondside paradise upgrades. For the greater good, it chirped, proposing a community dock right on Jake's shoreline. No ask, just tell. Jake ignored it at first, figuring it was hot air from Brenda Wilkins, the HOA president, a plump, perpetually pursed-lipped busybody who patrolled the streets in her golf cart like a self-appointed sheriff. Whispers turned to shouts soon after. Brenda showed up at Jake's door with her clipboard army, two burly board members trailing like poorly trained guard dogs. "Mr. Harlan," she cooed in that fake sweet tone that dripped with condescension. "We're enhancing community spirit. Your pond's overflow line conveniently touches our common areas. We'll need access for benches and paddle boats. It's only fair." Jake leaned against his porch rail, eyeing her sensible shoes sinking into his mulch. "Fair? My deed says otherwise. Brenda. This water's been Harlan since Eisenhower was president." She flushed, puffing up like an offended peacock. "Well, the bylaws promote harmony. Refusing could make you uncooperative." Online forums lit up overnight. That recluse Harlan's hoarding the pond. Unsafe. Antisocial. Jake stayed silent. But he started digging, not dirt, but documents. Old surveys. Water rights. Even a whistleblower email from a former HOA surveyor who'd flagged the risks. Their enhancements: ignore flood zones. Pads too low, disaster waiting. Tensions boiled as Brenda escalated, her truth-telling turning comical in its desperation. She filed complaints about Jake's neglected gate, calling it a hazard to downstream harmony. Inspectors came, but Jake's logs shut them down: pristine maintenance. Every turn documented. Then the sabotage: fresh scratches on the sluice lock, like some amateur spy had poked around. "Probably kids," Brenda sniffed when confronted at a neighborhood meeting, her voice rising an octave. "Or maybe your paranoia, Jake." "We're just ensuring order," the crowd murmured. But Jake spotted the lies, her eyes darting, hands fidgeting with that ever-present pearl necklace. He sent certified letters, thick with proofs. But Brenda countered with rumors. "He's flooding us on purpose, spiteful. Houses sold fast. Buyers lured by photoshopped brochures showing docks where none existed." One young family, the Patels, moved in low lot, gushing about the view. Jake anonymously warned them, "Check elevations." Brenda swooped in next day, all smiles and free HOA mugs. "Upgrades incoming. Ignore the grump." The breaking point hit on a drizzly Tuesday, with buyers unpacking and Brenda's dock pilings hammered illegally into his bank. Jake acted, thermos in hand. He cranked the sluice, slow, legal, quarter turns per Sam's engineering blessing, an old family friend who'd vetted the math. Water rose like a patient predator. By noon, Brenda's golf cart screeched up, her face a mask of bulging outrage. "Jake, You're drowning our dreams. This is malicious. Families will suffer. She waved her phone, threatening lawsuits. Jake shrugged, turning another notch. Just managing my pond. Brenda. Per the deed you ignored. Your paradise sits below my high water line. Her suit guy babbled about public interest, but Jake offered coffee. Watching water lap at new patios. Sheriff arrived. Hat in hand. Civil matter. Ma'am. Deeds check out. By dusk. Pondside paradise was pondside puddle, driveways submerged. Billboards floating like sad jokes. Court was Brenda's downfall. Her polished facade cracking like cheap vinyl. Jake's lawyer laid out the timeline. Deeds. Ignored warnings. Altered surveys. The judge's eyebrows shot up at the whistleblower affidavit. Equity. You built below the line. MS. Wilkins. Request denied. Buyers sued. Insurers bailed. Brenda vanished amid scandals. The HOA crumbled. Demos rolled in, on Jake's terms. Full restore. No skimping. Willow Creek sighed in relief. Pond back to peaceful. But Jake? He touches the sluice now and then, whispering thanks to Grandpa. So, if your HOA tried turning your backyard into their playground, ignoring deeds for harmony, would you crank the wheel or let it slide? Who's the real villain, the stubborn owner or the power-hungry board? Drop your take below.